A security guard flashed a gun during a Boeing picket yesterday morning. That's according to King County Sheriff's deputies who responded to reports that protesters were blocking access to the Boeing distribution center in SeaTac. No reports that security guard pointed the gun at anyone. We are told the case was closed and Boeing will not allow that security guard to return to the company. On day 5 of the Machinists Strike, negotiations have resumed between Boeing and the union. It is a story that we have been following for months now. Last week, 33,000 workers walked off the job. King 5's Natalie Swaby joining us live near the picket line in Renton tonight. Natalie.
Well, a source familiar with negotiations says today's meeting was in person with an impartial federal mediator facilitating talks. Meanwhile, here in Renton and at Boeing factories around the region, workers have been spreading their message.
We're just over here. We're just trying to get our money. You know what I mean? You know, we've been out here. We've been struggling.
On day 5 of the Machinists Strike, workers in Renton remain determined.
Until we see something fair that we want to take home, then, you know, we're going to hold on.
The negotiating committee they're meeting with the federal mediator and with the employer. Just the beginning steps of mediation.
In a statement, the Federal Mediation and Conciliation Service says it's committed to supporting a fair and equitable outcome for all parties involved. Today, the union's international president traveled to Everett to support workers on the picket line.
You have to remember, it's been a decade that these workers, they've sacrificed their wages, they've sacrificed their pension, they've sacrificed on their health insurance. Enough is enough. They need to be respected for the work that they do for the Boeing company.
Workers want a 40% pay increase and rejected a tentative contract with a 25% increase over 4 years.
Clearly, Boeing needs to bring their offer up to something that's going to be acceptable to their workers.
Boeing sent a message Monday to employees saying the company must act now to preserve cash. The chief financial officer is calling for a hiring freeze across Boeing, a pause to pay increases for promotions, and plans to reduce supplier purchase orders as the strike stretches on.
Our mechanics, we take our job serious. We are passionate about our jobs. We love what we do. We're out here just taking care of each other, and that's what we're going to do until we get what we want.
Union workers are not being paid by Boeing during the strike, and their health benefits run out at the end of the month if they're still on the picket line. But today we heard from workers out here who say the fight is worth it. Joyce?
And on Monday, Boeing announced the possibility of temporary furloughs. Any update on that tonight, Natalie?
No, the company is just saying that that's something they will be considering in the coming weeks. Joyce?
Natalie Swaby live for us in Renton.